Hey Snacksonistas. I'm here getting ready for a trip with my two toddlers and my mom. We are going to visit some family in Florida and we are flying Spirit for the first time. I've never flown it. My husband's flown it. He told me up and down not to fly Spirit with the girls, but I, wanted to see what all the fuss is about, but we'll see. And I'm also trying to not bring any extra carry-ons. So I'm trying to bring just personal items for myself, my two daughters who are ages 2 and 3, and my mom. It's kind of just an experiment. We'll see how it goes. I haven't packed much yet, so I might change my mind. I might decide that we need to buy a carry-on or something, but we will have to see how it goes. So I ordered these two. It came in a pack of 2 from Walmart. These little, they're really like cheap material, honestly. I think it was like $8 for 2 of them in a pack, but they are supposed to be Spirit Airline approved, the size that's approved for Spirit. That is a personal item, a true personal item. But they fold out. They're really lightweight. They fold out into this size. See, this color came in this blue color and then this pink color behind me. I already put some stuff in this pink one. And it's already starting to break. So hopefully it holds up throughout this trip. But if not, whatever. There's a chance I'm not flying Spirit anyway. I know you can buy really cool things. Like you can get personal item sized wheelie bags or whatever, but I didn't want to invest in something in case we really hate this experience and don't ever want to fly Spirit again. So what I decided to do is I have 2 of these, so each of my 2 kids has a seat. So I think we're going to have each of them have one of these bags, and I'm planning on just putting our clothes, things that we're not going to need for the flight in those bags, because those are going to be under my kids' seats, and I don't want to have to be like rifling through their bags if they want their toy or their tablet or something. I want to just have everything in my own bag. So I have these 2 lightweight cheap bags for our clothes that hopefully I'm not going to have to zip and unzip too much, because they seem like they might actually break if I do that too much. But inside these bags with our clothes, going to have these packing cubes and I have some stuff in the packing cubes already just to see what would fit. But they came in this set, this Polar hike set that I actually got for my dad a few years ago. It came as this packing cube set, and he never uses them. And then I asked him the other day if he still has them, and he said yes, and he's never used them. So now I got them back. But they came in a set. I think there's like one really big one that I'm going to use, and then 2 more medium-sized ones that the girls will use. And we're staying Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and Thursday night. So 4 nights, and whatever, we're leaving Friday morning, getting there Monday. So I'm hoping that we'll definitely be able to do laundry, but I'm hoping that maybe we can get away with not doing laundry. We'll have to see how things go and how messy the kids get and everything. Toddlers are unpredictable, which makes traveling really fun, but we'll have to see how things go with that. But anyway, so I'm going to show you a little bit of what I've already packed, and then I think also, so something else that I'm going to do, I'm just packing for the girls, their clothes. I'm not really I'm packing for my youngest 1 sleep sack, but I have family down there, so they have a pack and play that I'm hoping I can use, so I won't have to bring one of my own. But even if we didn't have access to one, I don't think I would bring one in this case, because pack and plays are a huge pain to travel with. Most hotels have them, but also my youngest usually sleeps horribly in them. She hates them. So I think I might try and see if I can get away with either bringing a bed rail. We have those that they're, I think, like Toddler Craft or Tot Craft or something is the brand, but they break down pretty easily, and you can just bring those in a suitcase, and maybe I can fit it in one of these bags to try and have her on one side of the bed, and then maybe I can have my other toddler on the other side of the bed. This might be a horrible idea. I'm probably going to regret this, but I'm going to do it anyway and see how it goes. Anyway, so let me show you what I packed so far for just my toddlers, and then I'm going to put together my stuff, and we'll see how everything comes together. For reference, I have those 2 packing cubes for both my daughters in here it's already, I mean, they're not that big, they don't take up that much space, but this is already kind of starting to wear at the seams. So this is really not something that you can pack full. I might be able to put a couple, maybe like some shoes or something on the sides, but that's about all this bag is going to be able to handle. And I'll measure it too, just to make sure that it meets with the Spirit guidelines, but that's what she looks like. She is minimal, very thin wear, not going to withstand much throwing around. So we will see if we make it to Florida and back with these still intact. I have my oldest toddler in the smaller one right here. And she has right now just some pull-ups. She still wears them at night, so I only have to bring a few. I'm not gonna, anything bigger, like I think diapers for my youngest, I'll just buy some there. I'm planning to do like a Walmart delivery or a Target delivery, so that I can just have some groceries and things delivered. Stuff, you know, like familiar foods, and then also other things like diapers that I don't really want to have to travel with. Especially when we're only bringing personal items on Spirit. So for my oldest, I'm bringing underwear, enough underwear to last us for hopefully the whole trip. And again, we can do laundry, but I'm gonna see if we can maybe get away with not doing it. I brought her 4 outfits of just shorts and t-shirts. I got 1 swimsuit. I checked the weather and it's in Tampa in November, early November. So it's kind of unpredictable, obviously, but we might be able to swim. It kind of depends. I know sometimes 70 in Florida can be a lot hotter than 70 in the north or something. So we have a swimsuit for her. So we're packing pretty minimally. And then I'm going to have her wear on the plane a sweatsuit. So she'll have her sweatpants that'll be warmer and her sweatshirt that she'll be able to wear then, you know, if it's a chillier night or a chillier morning or something, we decide to go for a walk. But that's for my oldest. And then for my youngest, I have her stuff in the bigger one, but I can also switch things. I can kind of mix and match because it seems like she still has a little bit of room here. But what I also forgot to mention, I have one like nicer-ish dress outfit in case we could like go out to dinner or something. But for my youngest, I have same thing, 1 swimsuit, 1 pair of pajamas. I have 5 outfits for her just because she's pretty messy. And I figure then if my oldest needs a change of clothes, they can kind of, they're the same size that she can squeeze if she needs an extra outfit. I have 1 swim diaper. I'll probably throw in a couple more, just because again, that's something that I don't want to have to buy when I'm there because I don't even know if we're going to end up swimming, but we have some here. So I'll just throw a couple more, in here because there's a little bit more space. I have 1 little nicer outfit, 1 pair of pajamas. I think I already said that. And then I have 1 sleep sack too. So just in case we do end up having access to a pack and play and she wants to sleep in there maybe for a nap or something, she does like her little sleep sack. So that's what we have for clothes at this point. I'll talk more later about what kind of toys I'm bringing and activities and things like that. All right, I'm back. So we're gonna finish up this packing video. I'm gonna show you what I'm bringing in my diaper bag / like activities bag. So this is my bag that I bring. It's a big boy. It's basically what I use usually when we're traveling, we're on a flight. I think it fits, I'm gonna measure it, but I think it fits the Spirit Airlines requirement. So it is pretty big. But I love this bag. It's really nice for, like we'll take this if we go to the beach or something too. Sand kind of wicks off of it. Any water just rolls off of it. It's a great kind of fabric. The inside too is really nice. And there's a bunch of pockets, different things that I can use. But here's what I'm bringing for that. And I will have this in front of me so that I can be in charge and grab everything that the kids need. So let's get into it. First, snacks, duh. I'm gonna put them in this little bag mostly, cause I've had this forever. You can tell it's like stained, it's gross. I think I've had this since college, but, this I think will be useful versus normally I'll do like a Ziploc bag or something, but then I can see everything that's in there. And I really want to use my tier system and kind of put top tier snacks at the bottom for when we really need them. Those middle tier snacks in the middle, and then, you know, the more the less desirable bottom tier snacks, but still good. I mean, so pretzels, we have these Halloween pretzels from Costco. We're still working through, and the kids still like them and everything, but they're usually a harder sell later on in the flight. So then I have like the goldfish for when they're, you know, inevitably hungry again. I have then started to get into the better snacks, like these, they're not yogurt melts, they're like just regular melts. I don't know, they're literally like air, they're nothing. They're expensive nothing though. So that's why I kind of had them at the bottom, and my kids could eat a ton of these. And then at the very bottom, I have a bunch of these little Halloween fruit snacks. And what I've done, because the amount of times that my kid's been throwing a fit, I've been trying to open these fruit snacks and they won't rip, they won't open anyway. I literally have been on the brink of like a mental breakdown because of these bags and how they don't open easily. I don't know if I'm the only one in that or if I'm like doing it wrong or something, but I've gone ahead, because I'm a psycho, pre-cut a little notch into each of these. I think I put like 10 little bags, because these, they don't have a lot in them. So I don't know, I put a bunch in there, but so that's kind of all the way tucked into the bottom. And then I also have these little like vitamin C lollipops, which, I mean, they're basically just, I like that they're flat because I don't have to worry so much about choking like dum-dums. I still kind of worry, but for the most part, my kids are pretty good with lollipops at this point. But I've heard the lollipops are good. I haven't done this on a flight yet, but I've heard that they're good for takeoff and coming down. We probably won't do it for takeoff just because I don't want them to know I have lollipops that early in the flight, but probably when we're coming back down for their ears and stuff, that should help. So I have this handy dandy bag. I might, and then I'll also probably bring, our flight's at like, I think it's like noon or something. So I'll probably bring, well, I'm sure we'll get like French fries or something in the airport, but I found these little lunch boxes from Hobby Lobby. They had all different characters. My kids chose Spidey. But I like these because they're pretty small, but they seem kind of deep and they can fit quite a bit. But what I also really like about these is that each individual compartment opens on its own. So you don't have to take the whole lid off for them to eat. For my oldest, it's not usually that big of a deal to take a whole lid off, but for my youngest, she is almost 2, and she loves to just like chuck the whole thing. So if I, you know, take all this time, make this little snack box and everything, take the whole lid off, the like 9 times out of 10, at least some of that will be chucked on the ground at some point. So I'm hopeful that this kind of independent opening will help. We'll see. But anyway, so I'm gonna pack them a little lunch in there. I'll usually just do like a sandwich, maybe like peanut butter, turkey, depending. And then just a couple little like, you know, maybe fruit or some cucumbers or something that travels well. So I'll put a couple of these in my bag too, in addition to my little snack bag. And then for activities, they're gonna have their tablets. My oldest has a tablet, her own one. My youngest, we just have her do like an iPad. She's never used headphones before on a flight, but I do have some headphones for her, so hopefully she'll use those. We'll see. But I also have these bags individually. Each one of them have a bag like this. And we went to Hobby Lobby. They picked out their own little notebooks. So I told them like, these are your travel notebooks. My oldest picked Bluey. My youngest picked Stitch. But then I have these. They've already used them a little bit, but like they can put their stickers on here. They can use, they like crayons, but they kind of are a little bit frustrating. They prefer markers. So I am going to bring a couple of markers each. They're those like really washable kind. For my oldest, I'm letting her have these two. My youngest, I have like yellow and orange because they're not that pigmented. You can't see them that well, but she will get really frustrated if she tries to write with a crayon and can't do it or something and then breaks the crayon, and it usually is kind of like a meltdown trigger. So we have that. We have stickers. I'll probably refill with some more stickers too before we go because they go through those things like nothing. I have these little like fidget tubes. They're kind of fun. So it's 50-50 if they play with them or not, but it's kind of just Another distraction. I got these little poppets from the Dollar Tree. This one's a pumpkin. I think they're okay. I wouldn't recommend because they're like so little that they just kind of pop back out. They're not my favorite, but they're little. They fit in this little bag. I might try to do, I got these little like coloring / sticker workbooks. They're really small and thin, and they came with a pack of crayons too. I got them in a pack of like 10 from Walmart. I might throw in another one of those in each of their bags just to have. And then if I can fit it, I might bring the big Tony box. It's not a travel friendly toy, but it is my youngest like comfort toy. She loves that thing. So I might see, once I pack everything in, I might see how much I can fit in there. But that's it for the activities pretty much. And then also for the snacks, I'll probably throw in a couple of yogurt pouches too. I forgot to mention that. But they just like these, these kind of like go-go squeeze. They're shelf stable, so that's easy. But my oldest likes them. My youngest she likes applesauce more, so I'll mix and match with those. But anyway, I just saw them in my bag, so I thought of it. And then I will also bring, this is where I'm going to put this little belt bag. It fits like basically nothing, but I will put my wallet in here just for easy access, probably my phone if it's not in my pocket. And then I have also, in this back zipper portion, I am able to fit one diaper. So I'll put a diaper in there, and then I usually will put just a Ziploc bag of wipes in here too, and that's pretty much all this thing fits. But that'll be easy for if I do have to do a diaper change on the plane. If I'm like, I'll have my mom with me too, which will be easier, but this is just nice to have everything in one spot. So, and I can kind of just wear it and keep it on my person most of the time, especially when we're in the airport or anything. So for easy access for all the stuff I really need. And then I have a couple diapers. I have a full pack of wipes in the actual bag. I also have in some of these zipper compartments, I have all of our sunglasses, which we'll need when we get there, hopefully. I'm sure we'll need any at some point. I have these little travel pack of Clorox wipes, just obviously for like, and it's always good to have, just a good idea. And then also on that same vein, have some hand sanitizer. We just use this Trader Joe's spray stuff. I feel like it's a little bit easier and it's a little bit more childproof in that like they can't glob on a whole bunch of hand sanitizer, but it's also it's nice and it feels like they're getting their hands clean. I do like the wipes too, the hand sanitizer wipes. I might throw a pack of those in too if I have them handy, but I have one of these spray bottles in like every single bag, every car, anything. I always have that on hand. I have a couple of these little shout wipes. I'll probably put more of those in one of my packing cubes, just because, maybe my toiletries cube, because kids, I don't need to say anymore. And then I have a little sunscreen for the face. I think I will, if I'm staying with family, I'm staying with an aunt, and I think she'll probably have some baby-friendly sunscreen there. But if not, I'm planning to do a Walmart order or a Target order, I don't know, delivery for when we get there. So I'll probably order a bigger tube of sunscreen there. I'm not going to worry about putting the sunscreen in like a smaller tube or anything. I don't need to worry about that exploding. That stuff is impossible to get off of anything. That high zinc sunscreen stuff, it's like a mess. So anyway, that's pretty much what's in my diaper bag, my own personal item. And then I think I'm a nerd, so I do have a measuring tape, because I've heard that Spirit they're sticklers for their size of personal items. So I think, let me see here. Let me do a little measurement check here. I think it's like 8 inches deep. So it looks like it's only about 7. I want to say it's like 18 by 14. So let's see here. The front of the bag is about 17 inches, but tall, it's like 13 inches. So I think I should be good. I'm gonna try to keep it like squishy in case, you know, I'm like not pack it totally full for all of these bags, just in case somebody wants me to check it, then I can, or like check that it fits in that, you know, those little, like the little containers where you can check to see if your bag fits or whatever, just in case I have to do that. But that's my stuff for like my own personal item. I have a couple more packing cubes I'm going to bring, and then this other bag. And right now I have in here, I took apart one of our smaller bed rails, and so I have all of the pieces of it in here. So I might try to bring that in there and see if all of my stuff fits with it, but we'll have to see. I feel like that's something that will probably get stopped by TSA too, and they're going to be like, what is this? What is this? This like metal weapon possibly. But we'll see. I may have to do kind of a game time decision on that one. But I will have my little electronics bag. It's again like an old bag. I think this was one of my nieces who didn't want it anymore, so now I use it as my electronics bag. And so far it's big enough. It's kind of small, but I just have you know, these regular USB-C chargers. I think a lot of stuff fits in the USB-C. I have this little portable sound machine. It's tiny, but it's really loud. So if your kids use a sound machine, it's nice for that. I think it's dead. Oh no, it's working. So you can just use it. We just use this like ocean sound, whatever this is, and you can make it really loud too if you need to. So that's nice. So I will throw this in here. I have this like this thing. I don't even know. It's like, we call it a nub in our family. I don't know what you call them, but this one's nice because here, if you can see, it has there we go. It has like a bunch of different options. All these are USB-C, I think, and then this is just a regular USB. So this is really nice to have like a charging station somewhere. I'll probably just use it for like my phone, my watch, maybe like a tablet or something. But then I'll bring a couple more regular nubs. I don't know what the technical term is, but I'll bring a couple more of those just to have. But for the most part, I think that should be fine. We don't have that many things we need to charge on a regular basis. Their tablets, they pretty much just use for travel, like for actually the airplane and everything. So I'm hopeful that we won't need too many more wires. This is kind of a mess right now. I need to figure out how I'm gonna like organize this better, but I think I'll be able to just fit all this in this tiny little bag. And then I'm also gonna bring a little battery pack just for like day trips when we're on the go and stuff. I like to have these. This one, I wish it was the one that had the plug directly into the wall. This is not one of those, so I'm gonna have to use one of my other chargers to charge my charger. But this one's kind of cool because it has these options for different things. So you can pull them out, plug in if you have like the lightning thing, if you have your regular, no, this is not focusing, but there you go. But if you have like this USB-C or whatever, it's cute, it's pink, I don't know, whatever. But just in case you need it, I feel like it's a good option to have, and it's little. It can fit in my purse, no problem. So that is what's in my electronics bag. I might need to upgrade to a bigger bag now that I said that, because it's a little tight in there. I'll have to maneuver some things. Here we go. It zips. So I'll put that in, I don't know. I'll put that somewhere. I'll figure out if I'll fit it in my my personal item or one of the other kids' personal items. But then, all right, so I'm gonna get my packing cube ready, and then I'm gonna put it all in the last bag.
Okay, so I forgot to mention a couple of things. First is this travel potty by Oxotot, I think, and it folds up so your kid can just sit in there, and it has these little bags that you can put in that have saved us a million times. So I'll put that in a little Target bag and bring that in my personal item. And then also this medicine bag. I bring a little smaller container, and it is childproof, which I like about this one, but I just put different items in here so that I don't have to bring the full bottles of everything. I will bring a full bottle of children's Motrin, chewable Motrin, and Tums just to have, and Vaseline. And then I also bring the thermometer, and I also bring the little nose-free to snot sucker. We have the electric one, but right now we're using it because my youngest is sick. And then I bring a boogie picker and little nail clippers. That's it. So this is me putting in only like 3 different things into this little bag, and it's already ripped. So this is everything all in little personal items. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe for more content. Bye!